Told story in San Francisco at a city-run golf course. The Chinese community and historians say it is sacred ground because it was a cemetery where many immigrants and the indigent were buried. KTVU's Amber Lee takes a look at the park's significance to the history of Chinese Americans and the effort to make it a landmark.
Lincoln Park Golf Course in San Francisco's Richmond district is home to a hidden story that is in plain sight.
You wouldn't think that this golf course with these manicured greens is actually formerly a city cemetery. There's no sign, there's no marker other than this structure.
This structure is a remnant of the city cemetery's Chinese section in the 1880s. The last burial allowed here was 1898. The Chinese inscription means temporary resting place for travelers from Guangzhou in South China, referring to the tradition of returning bones to their homeland.
This is like sacred ground. It should stay here.
Marianne Atai is a descendant of Yi Atai, an immigrant from China who spoke English. His family says he was a translator for Chinese railroad workers and miners. He was a businessman who used his skills to procure a piece of this land from the U.S. government to be used as a burial ground for the Chinese.
He was an unusual guy, and obviously he was also very he was very outgoing and congenial, so he was able to broker a lot of deals and get things done.
Historians say this park was also the burial ground for the poor and immigrants from countries including Japan, France, and Italy. San Francisco Heritage is working with a city supervisor to landmark this park. Historians say it's an important first step.
It reflects a really important part of the saga of San Francisco and California, and it's almost unknown.
In 1909, the city ordered the 20,000 people who were buried here to be disinterred and moved to Colma and elsewhere. But historians estimate that at least 10,000 people are still buried here. Many were the Chinese.
I mean, we're talking about tens of thousands of people who helped build San Francisco, that were a big part of San Francisco history, here in this park.
Historians tell me golf started being played here in the park during the 1910s, but the monument remained.
When they laid out the golf course, it was left behind. We don't know why.
And the exhumed remains of the Chinese were reburied at Luksan and Ningyong, cemeteries in Daly City owned by the Chinese.
Yes, sir.
Ceremonial practices honoring ancestors with prayer, incense, food offerings, and the burning of symbolic money are still prevalent today. The Chinese say the early immigrants originally wanted their bones shipped back to China, but over time, America became home.
This is where they have set their roots, and this is where the family is living, and this is where they're going to live in the future generations to come.
As for Yi Atai, he was initially buried at the city cemetery, but his remains were later moved to Mountain View Cemetery in Oakland. His dying wish was to be buried in his adopted country.
He was very proud to be an American, as we all are.
San Francisco Heritage says it is optimistic that the city will designate Lincoln Park Golf Course, the former city cemetery, a historical landmark by fall. In San Francisco, Amber Lee, KTVU